Hi everyone, today I'll be teaching you how to start every crochet project. Let's begin.
So to make a slip knot, just grab the yarn and wrap it in an upside down circle like this. Now we need to grab this end of the yarn and grab this side of the ring and just grab it and then put that dropped over yarn under that ring. And now get your pointer finger and your thumb and place it on both ends of that ring. And you see this dropped over piece of yarn in the middle? You're just going to grab that, like that, just this, not that. We're just going to grab it and pull it up like so until you get that nice little knot in the middle. Now we've got our slip knot. We can just grab our hook and just slip it inside the middle of the ring. And now we're going to tighten our slip knot by grabbing both ends of the yarn and just tugging it, like pulling it until it sizes your hook. So just make sure it's not too tight. You should still be able to slide it easily on your hook, but at the same time it shouldn't be too loose. Like it shouldn't be like that, or else your crochet will look very messy. So just tighten it but not too tight. And now we need to learn how to hold our hook and yarn. So there's two ways. So you just grab the working yarn, which is the yarn that we're going to be crocheting with, and I would just wrap it around my pinky finger like that, and then around these two fingers it should be looking a little bit like this, and then around your pointer finger. And that is method 1, which is the one I'm going to be using in this video. Method 2, I like it as well, but for beginners I wouldn't recommend it because you're still learning tension. But it'll just be around these 3 fingers and then around your pointer finger like that. It's easier, so when it gets tight just do this method, but for now I would recommend doing this method. And that's how you hold your hook and your yarn. Also just make sure that with your right hand, if you're right-handed, you're just going to like use your fingers to guide the loops on your hook. And with your left hand, make sure you're using your middle finger and your thumb and placing it on that knot. So not like all the way down here, on that knot. So to start chaining, just make sure you're holding the loop on your hook. And now we're going to do something called a yarn over. So to yarn over, just face your hook sideways and wrap your yarn over your hook. Now slide your hook in a backwards motion until it kind of goes through that loop on your hook like that. And that's all you have to do for chain. Like that's how you chain, like literally nothing else. That's how you chain. So if you did this, you basically passed this tutorial. You've literally won the game. But I'm going to continue showing you how to like chain. So you're going to yarn over by facing your hook sideways and wrapping your yarn over your hook from back to front, and now slide through the loop on your hook and just continue chaining like that. Face your hook sideways, wrap your yarn over your hook and slide your hook backwards until it goes through that loop on your hook. Right now we have chained 3 since there's like 3 little braids or like V's down our hook. Let's continue chaining. So remember, face your hook sideways, wrap your yarn over your hook and slide your hook backwards until it goes through the loop on your hook. Yarn over by facing your hook sideways and wrapping your yarn over your hook. Now slide your hook in a backwards motion until it goes through that loop on your hook. Yarn over and pull through the loop on your hook. So right now we have chained 6. I'm going to show you how to chain 20. So we need to chain 14 more. So continue chaining. Just like that, yarn over and slide your hook backwards until it goes through that loop on your hook. Yarn over and slide your hook in a backwards motion until it goes through that loop on your hook. So face your hook sideways, wrap your yarn over your hook and slide your hook in a backwards motion until it goes through that loop on your hook. Face your hook sideways and wrap your yarn over your hook. Now slide your hook in a backwards motion until it goes through that loop on your hook. Do that one more time. Face your hook sideways, wrap your yarn over your hook and slide your hook in a backwards motion until your hook goes through that loop. So right now we've chained 11 and we need to chain 9 more because 20 take away 11 is 9. So continue chaining, face your hook sideways and wrap your yarn over your hook and slide your hook in a backwards motion until it goes through that loop. Face your hook sideways, wrap your yarn over your hook and slide through that loop on your hook. Again, face your hook sideways, wrap your yarn over your hook and slide your hook in a backwards motion until the yarn goes through that loop on your hook. Face your hook sideways, wrap your yarn over your hook and now slowly slide through that loop on your hook in a backwards motion. So our new chain count is 15 and we need to chain 5 more. So for the last 5 chains, I want you to do it yourself. I'm not going to be speaking. I want you to learn how to actually chain yourself so then you can actually crochet without tutorials, just to make you more confident. But of course I'm still going to be showing it on the screen because you guys are beginners, but I'm just not going to be talking through it. I just want you to kind of examine my movements and then try to do it yourself. So I'm going to start doing that for the last 5 chains and I'll start talking in a bit. I'm now back and I've chained 20 and this is kind of how my chains are looking. Just like some V's, just like a really long braid. And this is how my chain 20 looks like. I think I've chained 20. I don't think I chained 21. But that is how you chain in crochet and it's the start to many crochet projects. Is usually the start to basically every crochet project except those projects with the magic ring, and I'll show you how to do a magic ring in just a sec. I'm just explaining like how important foundation chain is. So the foundation chain, you use it for more like scarves, maybe rectangular items, square items, maybe shawls, scarves. But for magic ring, that's more like plushies, amigurumi, that's more like bucket hats, you know, something with like a circle starting in the middle. Okay, that's enough talking. Let's move on to showing you how to do the magic ring. So the reason why I'm actually showing you how to do the magic ring today is because a lot of beginners actually find it hard to do, even with like the basic method with people showing them how to do it on the screen. So I'm going to show you how to do it really slowly and I'm going to do it 2 times. Just for those of you that like kind of learn slowly. So you would just grab the yarn, and wrap that yarn around these two fingers, so your ring finger and your pinky finger, like that, just above it with the end of the yarn here. And now you would get that yarn and place it behind your two fingers, so your middle finger and your pointer finger, like that. And then your end of the yarn should be over here, and it should be looking like this, back to front, like that. And just wrap your yarn again over your two fingers, and then at the back you're just going to cross it. This is like the normal way of doing magic ring, don't worry, but I did it really slowly, so it should be easy to follow. I tried hard. So you're just going to use your thumb to hold the middle of that crisscross, and now you can grab your hook and face your hand to the back. Now you would grab your hook and place your hook under like that first kind of parallel line, and then you would put it over the second, and you're just gonna kind of grab the second one. You're going to grab the second kind of parallel line, and you're just going to twist your hook 180 degrees, and it should be looking like this. Now this is where most beginners kind of fail. Make sure you're holding the working yarn with your two fingers over here, your ring finger and pinky finger, so just like that. And you see this dropped over yarn, you're just going to put your hook under that dropped over yarn and wrap it around your hook, like yarn over when I show you how to do chain. And you're just going to pull through that loop, so you can kind of adjust your fingers now. You can kind of like get that hand grip and hold that like magic ring, and just slide through that loop. And that is how you do magic ring. If you wanted to make your magic ring smaller, you could just like tighten it like that, and then you would start working all your stitches. Like if you were doing amigurumi, you'd probably work with single crochet. If you want to learn how to do single crochet, that's in my tutorial up there. That's like full of all the basic stitches and everything, but that's how you do magic ring. I'm gonna show you again just in case you guys didn't really kind of grasp it or didn't really understand. So remember, you would just grab like the end of a yarn, and you would just wrap it around your ring finger and your pinky finger like that, like this, back to front. Then you would grab the yarn again, well, it's probably in your hand already, but you would wrap it around your pointer finger and your middle finger like that, and then you would wrap it around again and just crisscross it to make that kind of effect. And now after you've got the crisscross, you're just going to use your thumb to like kind of secure it in place. And don't worry about a shorter piece of yarn, don't worry about that. And now use your ring finger and your pinky finger to kind of hold this yarn in place. Now you can grab your hook and face your hand to the back. Now with your hook, you're just going to go under that first parallel line, then over the second, and just kind of grab it and pull it backwards and twist your hook 180 degrees for it to look like this. And now you see the yarn dropped over here. You're just going to poke your hook under that yarn and wrap it around your hook. Now just hold those in place. You can get your hand grip again like this, and just grab your magic ring, like hold it over here, not over here, like over here, and then you would pull through that loop on your hook, and that is the magic ring. And remember, just like how I said first time, you're just going to kind of in your magic ring by pulling the shorter piece of yarn, and that's how you get a magic ring. And I hope this tutorial helped you kind of like chain and magic ring, because magic ring's usually the hardest out of all crochet. Like I've been crocheting for 5 months and I only learned how to do this like 4 weeks ago, because literally this was so annoying for me as a beginner, like so annoying. So I just preferred chaining, but magic ring is really useful as well. But if you don't like magic ring, you can use the chain 4 method, where you would chain 4 and then slip stitch into like the first stitch from your hook. But anyway, that's the end of today's crochet tutorial. Drop in the comments what crochet tutorial you would like to see from me. I will listen to all your comments and requests. I'll reply to them. And yeah, peace out. Bye.